Hey, it's Mickey, doing a new video blog. This is more sort of a update on how I've been doing. I really wanted to explain why I type the things I type on my Twitter that goes directly to my Facebook, so wherever you read it, so you don't think I'm some crazy wacko girl. I can be very direct when I talk, and I'm very passionate about what I believe in. I've been through a lot, and unfortunately, still going through it. So when I type about hating love and how it's not, how much I hate it, how much I hate all the skinny bimbos and sluts and tramps and rats and groupies and whatever word you want to use for it, I don't really care. I'm just expressing my frustration and what's wrong today, because let's be honest, most guys, they don't, they don't have a brain to really think, to really think, but they don't have a brain when it comes to, oh yeah, well she looks good, so yeah, I want her. They don't think, okay, well, is this person smart, is this person intelligent? And of course, a lot of people don't know what that really means these days, because it's been so screwed up, by society and today's common sense, morals, values, whatever you want to use. It's just, I didn't get my weight, which, hey, you know what, if I could show you any more, okay, I'm big. I'm not going to call myself the F word, or the H word, or anything else. I'm big. But I didn't get this way by, eating everything, and, not having control over that, and not having any control over what's been going on in my life. My health sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. But unfortunately, I have a horrible family who just give a shit about me. And all I have is my caseworker to help me out. I don't have any friends here. The only friends I had were part of a cult who were only there for me when I was feeling good. When I was feeling down, they didn't give a shit. So I'm sorry I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm sorry I don't want to be friends with people who would rather, when someone's down, make them feel worse than what they did when they went in there. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of money, although, it seems that way with my size, too. Friends out there who say, well, you seem to be making, have a lot of money, to get all these layouts, and, basically, I get help from my mother. People say, well, you just sit there and blame your mother for everything. She's doing all this to help you out, but you know what? It's not easy to ask. You want me to sit there and say, I'm lying about the abuse my mother puts me through and that the abuse my family puts me through? I'm not doing it. You don't know what's going on. I'll be the first to admit that I'm anybody I know really want you to see this, because I care. I care too much. I'm sorry. You can say, well, you know, it sounds arrogant, you care too much. It's like, well, I'm being honest, okay? What do you want me to do? Lie? Want me to sugarcoat it? No, that's not who I am. You guys are probably not that way, so why should I be? Huh? Why can't I be myself? I'm being myself here. I'm sorry that some of you feel that when I talk about how much I hate love or how much I'm sick and tired of seeing skinny people and movies and TVs and how much I'm sick and tired of being sick and even talking about it, you know, like, well, why are you talking about it all the time? I don't want to hear that. I want to hear how life's treating you bad and why can't you do something positive? I'm being honest. I mean, you guys would bitch if I was saying, oh, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good, and then turn around and it wasn't. You'd be like, well, why didn't you tell me? And if you don't, you need help. Seriously. I'm sorry. I know some of my friends have been going through a hard time. This is not directed at you. This is directed at anybody who feels the need to, you know, sit there and try to, you know, think words about me and think words about me, that's funny. You know, think things about me but never have the guts to tell me to my face. Hey, you know what? Come on. You know, it's sad how you can look at somebody and think you know everything about them, and you don't. Because I can admit that I don't know everything about people. I do, unfortunately, have what you would call, I guess, a gift in some ways to know things before they happen. Which I guess you can call being a psychic, but, you know, then you can call me crazy at that, too. You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit there and bitch at you about it? Now, I'll admit, I can have a real bad temper. You ever see anything about mob wives or anything? Yeah. I can be real nice, but you piss me off, and I'll snap on you, and I'll tell you with everything that's gone on, I could probably rip someone limb from limb. Starting with ripping their skin off, and ripping their veins, and then their muscles, and then their bones. And I wouldn't think twice. But I'm being honest with you. I don't like that. Yeah, there are some people I absolutely hate. There are some people who do not deserve the things they have. Yeah, I'll admit it. Anybody who reads my Twitter and going to my Facebook knows a certain person I hate because I don't, like how they've gone about what they do, how they have continued to stay where they are. I'm not going to say any names because, I know you can say, well, you can say it on your Twitter, why not say it now? I just, I'm sick of it. I really am sick of it. Because personally to me, if that's the only reason why you still have anything, then that's fucking sad. If you feel the need to hide it, then there's obviously something wrong with you. Then you're obviously ashamed. Well, no, it's my personal. I'm afraid of it because it's like no one's business. Well, what are you afraid of? Or why is it no one's business? Really? I mean, I don't know, but, a lot of people say, well, obviously if you were too afraid to come out about it, if you kept it private, then, you obviously were ashamed or, afraid to get out, you didn't, sorry, I'm just nervous about doing this, but I need to do it. Because like I said, I care. I'm sorry. I care. I don't want the people I know to think something that's not true. I personally, with love, I do hate it. I hate what it's become. I mean, there are people out there, who have things. And they don't look at the people that don't. They say they do, but they don't. It's like, you see people that do all these good things, and to me, it's like, you can, it's kind of an opposite, but hopefully you'll understand what I'm saying. It's kind of like a guy who's a complete jerk to everyone, to people that aren't his friends, but to his girlfriend, oh, he's just amazing to her, treats her great and everything. To everyone else, he's a fucking jerk, he's a jack-off, he's a fucking idiot, he's a fucking idiot, which, yeah, he is, but, so it's like, with, people out there, it's like, oh, I care so much, I help with all these things. When it comes to love, it's like, but it's all about what I want. It's not so much, it's like, their thinking is so distorted when it comes to what real beauty is. And to me, in every way, I try to perfect myself, to make myself better, by seeing everything. Okay, with friends, I don't choose my friends. When it comes to love, yay. Okay, yes, I want a hottie. But you know what? I've never had one. I've never even dated. I've had close calls where a guy's like, yeah, I'll date you, but it never goes any further. Or have a guy that never even sees me. So, I've never dated. I've never had that. I'm sorry that I've never had that, and I want it. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm pissed off at seeing all these guys out there that I have any interest in going for these skinny, just people based on the fact that they're skinny. You don't care about them, you just want to fuck them. I mean, that's the common thing. I'm just being honest. It's not always that. I know that. But you know what? That's me being honest. And that's me being honest. But sometimes, in a sense, all you're really looking at is, wow, man, I'd love to fuck her. I mean, I'm not girly. My daddy raised me. I'm sorry. So, I'm not going to be girly. I'm not going to sit there and be, ew, I don't want to watch that show. Ew. Fuck no, man. I drink beer, I watch porn and think like a guy does, I watch horror movies and I'm like, yeah, and I'd say, oh, that's sick. When I see blood and gore, I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And I understand the plot of a movie. I understand the story. I look at the acting in it and I say, who's a good actor and who's not. I don't, like, people can be watching the news and someone's, convicted of a crime, well, they're a bad person, they should be taken off the street. Well, I don't think that. I'm like, well, what, they could have done it, they couldn't have done it. There's always, there might have been a reason behind it if they did do it, or maybe they were framed, or, that's me, I'm always, I don't like to sit there and judge everyone based on something they do. There are some people I absolutely hate. Hey, we all have that, and there are some people that I just absolutely know they're just bad people, I don't want any part of them. People can sit there and believe their lies, but I'm not, and I don't want my friends doing it either. And I've encountered some friends that, want to find out on their own, and, I can't do anything. I want to be able to protect everyone and not see anyone hurt, but there's only so much I can do. And I hate that. I don't want, with everything I go through, I mean, I don't want to see anyone go through. I don't want to see the kids that are heavy, that or that have a disfigurement, or if they're handicapped, and, you know, like in a well, more so in a wheelchair or anything, or, you know, doesn't have the clothes, you know, that everyone else does, doesn't have the look that everyone else does. I don't want those kids to be picked on. I don't want those kids to suffer and go through what I've gone through, and unfortunately I'm still going through. You know, especially when it comes to love, because, you know, when you're in love, that's to be a great thing. But when you have that and you have to look at everyone around you that has the perfect looks, you know, and they're having it, and you're sitting there and you're brokenhearted. I mean, seriously, what are you going to tell when you have kids? What are you going to tell them? If unfortunately their health isn't great, and everything they try to do to make themselves better, it doesn't work. What are you going to tell them when it comes to love? You know, well, you look at me and your mom. It's like, well, you know, she's skinny and I'm skinny and we're fit and everything, and you know, it's just, you know, yeah. There's a lot to think about. I mean, you guys think about that. I mean, look at your family. You know, if your dad or mom are big or handicapped in any way. You know, if your sisters or cousins or brothers or aunts and uncles, grandpas and grandmas, you know, if they have that. And they don't have love. Or just in general, it's like, you know, what are you telling them? You can say, oh, that doesn't matter. It's like, I'll like who I want to like, and, you know, that's the way it is. No, you need to think. That's a problem. That's part of the problem with this world. People don't think. You know, some people think too much, and some people don't think enough. Some people don't have to think. If you tend to know right from wrong, really right from wrong, not what, you know, the world says is right from wrong, but the truth of what's right and wrong, then, hey, you know what? You know, I'm just, you know, this is pissing me off. I mean, you know, anybody, you know, I really want my friends, the people I know now, to comment on this and let me know. Tell me that you really listened to it and you took it to heart and you're thinking about it and you're really considering your actions and what you're doing. Even the friends that are going through a hard time, I don't want my friends hurt. I care way too much. I go through so much just thinking that if I hurt my friends, and I hate that. I mean, if I could, if I knew someone hurt my friends, I would hunt that person down and I would make sure that they got that same treatment and worse. Because you don't hurt my friends. There's no, I mean, you don't do it. You know. You just, you know, you don't do it. Like, you know, opening your mouth at the wrong time. You know, that kind of shit. I'm sorry, I'm just really want you guys to understand that's why I do what I do, and I will not stop it until things change. I won't stop it. Because I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for the kids that I help online with the with sites. And well, of course, in their life. I'm doing this, you know, for them, for me, for people I will help. No one deserves to go through that. No one should ever be made to feel like they have to do anything that this world says they have to do to have love. I shouldn't. You could hate me for saying that all you want. You could hate me for doing this. You could hate me for, you know, whatever. But I'm being honest. Because I care. Because I want you guys to know why I do that. So, I guess if I lose some friends, I lose some friends. But I'd rather be myself than not. And I'd rather explain to you why I do that than just doing it and never giving an explanation so that you don't understand why I'm doing it. Yeah, I mean, it's better to explain why you do things than just do it, you know? If you explain it to, you know, it shows people that you care. And I care. You can say, oh, you don't care, you know, you're just doing this for selfish reasons. You don't know. You don't know me. Just like I don't know you. I know some things about you, but I don't know everything about you. And you say you don't know some things about me. Yes, I do. I talk to you, I read your tweets, type with you. Or chat with you. I don't talk with you. You know, so from that, I get to know you a little bit. I'm not saying I know the detail of that, but I get an idea. I'm not sitting here and saying that I'm judging based on that. I admit that sometimes, I judge based on that. I'll admit that. But I have an idea. And don't sit there and say that, you don't have an idea. I do. I'm being honest. Please. Watch this. Listen to it. Think about it. And put it in your heart. This world's never going to get any better if it keeps going the way it is. Please.